From music and entertainment businesses in Atlanta to possibly being the next Amazon headquarters, as of last year, over 6 million people call the metro Atlanta area home. Everybody wants a piece of Atlanta. Atlanta is becoming one of the top cities for millennials to live, with a growth rate of 1.5%. Atlanta's growth is at a faster pace every day, and so is the cost of living. Things as housing, rent, commuting is at a higher rate than ever before. As the cost of living continues to rise, it is affecting all the people who call Atlanta home. But the question is, what's causing these prices to rise so frequently? I got a chance to speak with a leasing agent about what it takes to determine a new lease on an apartment.
We definitely look at the square feet of each, how much space they're getting, the location for sure. This is a great location right downtown. Obviously the price is going to be a little bit higher when you are in a great location, and the amenities that we're offering.
Of course, the cost of living didn't change overnight. I got a chance to speak with a local from Atlanta to get their views on the changes.
I've lived in my complex now for 6 years. I haven't gotten anything new, but my rent has gone up. I mean, I have to beg for everything, maintenance, to get the floor changed, so they're asking for more, but they're doing less.
The average cost of renting a 2-bedroom apartment in Atlanta is about $1,600 a month, which doesn't include utilities, water, transportation, or parking at most times. For some apartment complexes, utilities include electricity, heating, cooling, water, and sometimes a garbage fee that can cost between $146 to $200 a month, not to mention internet, TV streaming, and of course food.
Well, back in the 90s, all they required is that you had a job and you can pay your rent. And you had enough to pay the rent, the monthly rent. Now, they require you to at least make 3 times the rent. If I could pay 3 times the rent, I wouldn't be renting. I'd be in my own home.
Since Atlanta is becoming home to more college students and millennials, I wanted to see how college students are able to stay afloat while not being financially stable.
I live in the middle of downtown in a 2-bedroom apartment, but we have 3 people that live in our apartment. One lives in the living room. It's really convenient that we're right next to campus. We're like a 3-minute drive to campus. It's just so expensive to find something like downtown. You can't find something within your budget usually. Our rent is like $17.25, and split between 3 of us, it's still like more than $600 a month. So it's just not that affordable for people and students living in downtown, and I don't think they make it affordable because they know that regardless of the price, people will live there.
I found this house on Zillow.com. It took a lot of searching because it was really hard to find something in Atlanta that was in my budget. We looked at a lot of apartments and we finally just settled on a house because you can have more roommates in a house and it ends up being relatively cheaper. The downside of living inside the perimeter is they really upcharge your utilities, so our water bill and our power bill is much higher here than it would be if I lived outside the perimeter. All of my roommates pay $575 a month right now, which is much cheaper than what I paid last year.
When talking about Atlanta's cost of living, transportation is always an important factor. You can name it all, from ride-sharing apps, MARTA, scooters, buses, mopeds, cars, or even your own feet. The options are endless. I wanted to find out how some Atlanteans get around Atlanta.
I would definitely say commuting's the more expensive option because you have to pay for a parking pass, which is about $200 a semester, versus walking or biking, which is $0 a semester.
I bike to class instead of walk to class. Biking to classes takes like 5 minutes to get there, but if you walk, it only takes like 15 minutes, maybe like 12 to 15 minutes. I have a car, but I don't drive because I don't have parking, and it's a lot more convenient just to be able to bike to class. And if it's raining or there's like heavy storms or something, we have gotten Ubers a few times because it's really cheap.
The city of Atlanta is going to keep growing, and so are the people. From over the years, you could see the growth from living, transportation, and businesses. You could see why everybody has Atlanta on their mind. I am Marisha Butcher, and this is GSU TV.